If you're a service provider and you're not using content marketing, it might be because of these 3 myths that you are believing or excuses you are coming up with for not using content marketing. So today I'm going to go over them as some that I dealt with myself and how I got past them and how you can too to really optimize your content marketing for your service provider business. Hey guys, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm the content creator's best friend. I'm here to simplify content for you so that you can get back to what's most important in your business. And if you're here and you're a service provider, that is servicing your clients and making the most money you can by taking on more clients. So you might be thinking in your head, content marketing is not something I can put on my plate. I'm a service provider. I don't have time to do that. I'm delivering the best I can to them. And so when it comes to providing content for myself, I don't have time. Don't worry, I got you covered. Today we're going to go over some myths that we believe as service providers. And there's 3 here, and I even threw in a little bonus, so I'm going to talk about that at the end. First of all, this is simplified content, so welcome to my corner of the internet. Here I talk about the simplifying content marketing, content creation, and helping you make the most of your time so that you can be the boss you are meant to be in your business. And while content marketing is super important, and I totally believe in the power of content marketing, it shouldn't be the thing that you are spending the most time on in your business or not doing at all. So I hope you find that happy medium of actually creating content and getting your mission and value out there. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so that you can see when I have something new coming out for you. Before we jump into today's video, I'm always interested, what kind of service provider are you? Let me know in the comments below. And here's a fun fact about me. I was a service provider when I first started my business back in 2017 after I left my large tech channel that I was a host for. And I actually was a YouTube consultant, and I provided the service of optimizing channels for influencers. So all they had to do was film their videos, and I optimized their videos with thumbnails and ran their channels, and we even had editors on staff. So it was a whole thing. So yes, I have been a service provider, so I can speak to these myths as someone who lived through them myself. So if you are a service provider, maybe you're a VA, social media manager, OBM, or maybe you're more specialized like an editor, copywriter, or a photographer or something like that, let me know in the comments below. I love meeting new business owners. Okay, let's dive in. Today we are talking all about the myths that we believe as service providers around content marketing and why you might not be doing it right now. And we're just going to debunk the myths. We're going to kick them out. We're going to, whatever. We're going to deal with your myths that you are believing, the lies you're believing around content marketing. And why is this important? Because content marketing can really boost your business, and you might be holding yourself back for some reason. So we're going to go over the mindset of that a little bit in just a second. So number 1, how-to content is giving too much away, right? If you're a service provider and you're showing people on your platforms, your free platforms, how to do your job, you're not going to get any clients. That's myth number 1. And let me just tell you, that is absolutely not true. How-to content is great for service providers. In fact, it shows that you are an authority in what you are doing. And the more you can show people you are proficient in what you do, you understand it to its fullest, you know how to do it fast, the more someone's going to say, wow, she did a really good job of explaining that, but I just don't have the time. I'm going to pay her to do it. So make sure that you are creating how-to content. That shouldn't be the only content you are creating, absolutely. However, I want you to understand, as a service provider, it's okay to create how-to content. In fact, it's wonderful for your business to show people that you are skilled in this area. Number 2, myth number 2, and remember, there are 3, but I'm throwing a bonus in for you guys, so don't skip. There's a bonus at the end. Number 2, if you put content out there or any type of marketing, if you are doing any type of marketing, you might get too many clients. Are you telling yourself this? That as a service provider, you don't have time to take on more than X many clients. And that may be the case because there's only so many hours in a day and you are trading hours for money. So I get that. However, that should not be the reason you stop marketing altogether. And let me just tell you a story about myself. As a service provider, I got to the point where I really believed that I just couldn't take on any more clients. So I stopped marketing altogether. So I put myself in this position where I stopped marketing, and because it was too hard, it took too much time, and I didn't need new clients anyway. So I stopped marketing altogether. Then my clients dropped off for different reasons. Everyone had a different reason, and it wasn't all at once. It was just like they started dropping off. I started taking on more monthly retainer clients, but then they couldn't keep up with me and we weren't able to keep going. So I found myself in a place with 0 clients and 0 marketing. So I don't want that to happen to you. So continue your content marketing. It is so important to keep it up. And just because you can't service those clients right then does not mean that you can't help them in some way. So that's where your marketing plan really comes into play of like, what can you offer your clients in the way of, can you offer them a wait list? Can you offer them some kind of materials where they can get going on their own? Can you start building a team around you where you get a commission off of partnering with other people? There's so much more you can do, and just not marketing in case you might get too many is a lie that you are telling yourself to keep yourself small. And I don't want anyone here to be keeping themselves down. You're such a bully. Stop that. Stop that. Number 3, somebody already did it, right? You're thinking of the content you could create, and you're thinking, well, okay, but someone already did it. In fact, someone who has millions of followers already did it. They've got this thing handled. They don't need me. They don't need me to create content. It's fine. Someone else already did it. I'll just reference those videos or blog posts or something. Well, you're just building up someone else's reputation and authority. Why not build your own, right? Why are you doing that? Why are you keeping yourself small, thinking that someone else has done it and there's no space for you to also do it is crazy, because while there are a million people teaching the exact same thing in different areas all over the world, online and in person, some people learn better from some people like you. Okay, and maybe they haven't met you yet. They haven't met the teacher that they need to learn from. They haven't met the service provider that's really going to show them how easy it is to do what they need to do. Or the service provider that meshes really well with their vibe, with their mission, with their plan that they want to hire to have on their team. So if you are holding yourself back by saying, someone's already done it, I don't need to do it, it's already out there in the world, let me just tell you, you have a unique perspective. Your experience and your training, everything that makes you you and how you present is going to come off differently than anyone else in the world. So even if the information is the same, how you package it is going to be different. So again, if you feel like you are falling into this gap where everyone is doing the same thing, find your own gap, make your own niche, present it in a way that only you can because of your experiences. So the best way to do that is to tell personal stories about yourself or clients that you have had that have dealt with these problems. Hopefully this helps, but I just want to make sure that you are not holding yourself back by saying someone's already done it. And the last one is more of a bonus. This is your bonus. And that's because I talk about this all the time, and it might be overdone, at least on my channel, because I talk about this all the time, but saying, I don't have time. I'm a service provider, okay? I have clients, and each client is booking me for like 5 hours a week. And obviously I don't have time for my own content. Okay, if that is your biggest excuse with creating content for your own brand, harken back to the story I told you just a few minutes ago about myself and how I didn't create content for up to 6 months. And that was because I didn't have time. I also had kids and clients and all this stuff. And I put myself in a position where for 6 months I hadn't created anything. Then I had no clients. And now I had all this time, but I had zero authority around what I did. And so I don't want you to be in that position. So if you think you don't have time, I can tell you safely and honestly that it is absolutely possible to fit content creation into 2 hours a month. And that is what I do every month just to keep my content bank nice and full so that it is drip released and I can focus more on taking on clients. Now, I am not a service provider anymore. However, I am am a coach. So I do the 1-hour sessions with people, and I am giving time for money. So I still understand that life. And even if I wasn't doing that, I am a former service provider. So I understand the life you are living and how hard it is to fit content creation into that. And especially as a mom, if you're a mom on top of that, whoa, I get it, girl. It is hard doing what you are doing, but you're probably making it harder than it needs to be. And I know I was making it so much harder on myself. I couldn't make a YouTube video to save my life in less than a week. It took me a week and a half to make every single YouTube video, not to mention trying to keep up with a Facebook group, and Instagram, of course, was non-existent. I wasn't even posting on Instagram. And now I'm posting consistently to 6 platforms, and I only have to create once a month of my content, and you can too. So don't overcomplicate that. If you want more information, of course, join my free Facebook group. It's down below. I'm always talking about these concepts, and I would love to help you. So let me know in the comments below if you need some extra help. I'm here for you. But those are my myths for you service providers. I just want you to know you're doing great work. You are helping so many people, and you have a mission. And just because you can't help every single person, you can be out there and building your authority as someone who knows what they're talking about and knows what they're doing. So don't stop yourself from creating content. It is worth it for your business. And if you ever need help, I'm your biz bestie right here. I am the content marketer's best friend, and I really want to hold your hand through this process. So if you need some help, let me know, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week.